What's up, PumpTalk Nation? Get ready for a lightning round of the hottest stories hitting the headlines today. First up, we've got Bravo mogul Andy Cohen calling out a hotel's blinding sign. You know him from the Real Housewives empire, but now he's got a new target: a dazzling red light sign in Hoboken. And speaking of legends, the one and only Howard Stern is back in the news. He pulled a fast one on his fans and the media, announcing a big SiriusXM deal that had everyone talking. Or did it? We've got the full scoop on this epic prank. We're diving deep into the Howard Stern and Andy Cohen crossover that had us all fooled. Was it a new show? A contract renewal? Get the inside scoop on the Radio King's latest move and how it sent shockwaves through the industry. And finally, we're breaking down how Howard Stern managed to trick major news outlets into reporting he was leaving SiriusXM. Plus, we've got all the details on his ongoing contract negotiations. Stick around, you won't want to miss a second of this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Bravo mogul Andy Cohen is beefing with a hotel's dazzling red light sign in Hoboken. The Real Housewives creator, who recently moved to a new luxury apartment in Manhattan, spotted the aggressively bright W Hoboken sign and wasn't a fan of its nighttime glow. He took to social media to voice his displeasure, and the hotel, owned by Marriott, responded in kind. They even swapped the red light for a dimmer blue hue after a direct message exchange with Cohen, while also playfully asking their followers for suggestions on what color to shine next. This comes as speculation continues about the future of Real Housewives of New Jersey, which has been on a lengthy pause since its season 14 finale in August 2024 without a reunion show. Cohen has, however, teased that a plan for a new season is in the works. The public reaction has been a mix of amusement and curiosity, with many social media users chiming in on the hotel's lighting choices and Cohen's involvement in such a local dispute. It highlights how even minor details can capture the attention of high-profile personalities and spark community discussion. But don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we're talking about a legendary radio host who faked out the entire country. Howard Stern is staying put at SiriusXM, but not before pulling off an epic prank that had fans and major news outlets completely fooled. The self-proclaimed king of all media used a staged bit on his Monday morning broadcast, with none other than Bravo's Andy Cohen stepping in to deliver a faux announcement that Stern was stepping away. Cohen, playing along, expressed surprise at how the handoff was going, adding to the deception. This elaborate ruse aimed to quash months of swirling rumors about Stern's departure, potential pay cuts, and delayed return to the Howard Stern Show. The prank worked so well that outlets like the Associated Press and CNBC initially reported Stern was leaving SiriusXM, only to issue corrections later. Stern, who began his career in the 1980s and amassed huge audiences, later signed massive deals with SiriusXM, including a $500 million renewal in 2020. While SiriusXM President Scott Greenstein expressed a desire for Stern to stay, he noted that any new deal would have to make sense, especially as younger podcasters like Alex Cooper and the Kels brothers have signed lucrative deals. The public reaction was a mix of shock, confusion, and ultimately, amusement once the prank was revealed. Fans praised Stern's audacity, while media outlets scrambled to correct their reports, highlighting the power of a well-executed media stunt. And that's not the only headline-making move from the radio world. Next up, we're diving into another major announcement that's got everyone buzzing. Howard Stern is back on SiriusXM, but not before pulling off a masterful prank that had his listeners and the media completely convinced he was out. In a segment dubbed Andy 100, Bravo's Andy Cohen took over Stern's mic, feigning confusion and announcing Stern's departure. Cohen even suggested he was kind of winging it, adding to the elaborate ruse. This bit was designed to poke fun at the rampant speculation surrounding Stern's future at SiriusXM, fueled by rumors of contract disputes and his own social media activity. The prank was so convincing that major news outlets, including The Sun, fell for it, reporting that Stern's show was ending. Stern later joined the broadcast to reveal the truth, thanking Cohen for his participation and confirming that negotiations for his future contract, which expires at the end of 2025, are ongoing. This isn't the first time Stern has used such a tactic. He famously had a David Lee Roth impersonator announce his departure from traditional radio years ago. The public reaction has been one of widespread amusement and admiration for Stern's ability to manipulate the media narrative, even as his contract status remains a topic of discussion. But the twists and turns in the news don't stop there. Get ready for the story of how one radio legend managed to fool the entire press corps. Howard Stern masterfully tricked major news outlets into reporting his departure from SiriusXM with a cleverly orchestrated prank featuring Andy Cohen. On Monday morning's broadcast, instead of Stern, Cohen appeared, humorously announcing Andy 100, and stating that Stern was not there and had parted ways with SiriusXM. This elaborate deception played directly into ongoing tabloid speculation about Stern's contract, which expires at the end of 2025. The prank was so effective that outlets like the Associated Press and CNBC reported Stern's exit as breaking news. The AP even published a story that was later corrected, stating, "Howard Stern is not leaving SiriusXM, and an announcement of his departure was a prank." CNBC's Squawk Box anchors Andrew Ross Sorkin and Rebecca Quick were also fooled, only for Quick to later clarify the gag. Variety also initially reported Stern's run had ended before updating its article. After Cohen's segment, Stern joined the broadcast to confirm the prank and stated that negotiations with SiriusXM are ongoing and fantastic. The public reaction has been a mix of disbelief, amusement, and a grudging respect for Stern's media savvy, while the news outlets that were duped faced embarrassment and had to issue retractions. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. But before you go, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered. All right, PumpTalk Nation, let's do a rapid-fire recap. Andy Cohen called out a hotel's blinding sign in Hoboken. Howard Stern faked out his fans and the media with a massive SiriusXM announcement prank. We dove deep into how Stern tricked the press and what it means for his contract. And we explored the details of that elaborate Andy Cohen and Howard Stern crossover stunt. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to PumpTalk News for all your daily updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content.